Hey there! I want to talk to you about something that could make our lives easier because sometimes we are the cause of our own problems. Sometimes we feel feelings and we don't really know how to deal with them. Here I want to talk about forgiveness. We all said quick, I am sorry at some point, but wait a moment. It is more important than what we learned as kids. Let's take a moment to explore this forgiveness thing together and see what it really means. In the last few years, I have discovered a deeper meaning of forgiveness. It's actually a powerful tool that heals the heart and frees us from resentment and pain that might be caused by others. Back when I started my spiritual journey 15 years ago, my wise mentor at the time, she actually was expressing how important it is to forgive and make amends. She also promised that it will shake things up in my life and improve my relationship with others, which she was really right. Fast forward to today, as I started my practice, I realized that I myself needed to forgive myself, forgive others, and let go some baggage and trauma from the root cause and help others to do the same thing. So, turn out that holding on to resentment and grudge is like hoarding baggage. It blocks the free flow of energy, and you know what happens when that flow gets disrupted? It might cause depression, low energy, anger, and even physical ailments and disease. Can can be shocking, right? It's crazy. So, forgiveness, my friend, is actually a powerhouse that heals the heart and frees us from griefs of resentment pain that caused by others. But firstly, it begins with forgiving ourselves. Remember, everyone makes mistakes. It's part of being human. So, to understand that you didn't know any better at the time, you did your best. So, treat yourself with kindness and compassion like your friends. Learn from your mistake and understand the lessons. They are important so you don't repeat and hurt yourself again and again and again. See the good in yourself as well and the growth, all the positive stuff that you're doing. Look at the positive things that you do and welcome forgiveness in your heart. Sometimes I'm noticing that people that don't forgive, they put locks on their heart. They just close their hearts. They're not open to love. They can't feel love because of that. This is a good start to breaking free from resentment and choosing to gain serenity and peace. So, during one of my visits to a bookstore in Israel, I came across an incredible book by Mabel Katz. She's an expert on ancient Hawaiian practice of Ho'oponopono. She wrote the book The Easier Way. You can find it on Amazon or bookstore. I wrote it in Hebrew. I love reading in Hebrew. This talk is not about the book, but I really recommend this book. Her book even deepened my approach toward forgiveness. She made it even easier for me to forgive because I understood why I'm forgiving. She also points out that forgiveness is a natural gift within us. She talks about how in nature you see the animals, you see the children, they forgive effortlessly and they welcome it. She highlights that it's a natural gift within us that God gave us. Unfortunately, with the culture norms, social media, holding on to our ego and resentment, it's like, I have power. This is false because by holding resentment, we are like people who are thinking, oh, I am drinking a poison, which is my resentment, and I'm hoping it will keep someone else. So it's actually not working. And of course, the Torah offers words of wisdom on forgiveness and personal responsibility to whatever happens to us. If we understand that no matter what happened to us, I have part in it. I brought it with my energy into myself. It can be from lifetimes ago, generations ago. We find it through my hypnotherapy usually. When was the root of that? But it doesn't matter right now as long as you understand how important it is to forgive and let the flow of energy just flow in your body naturally and effortlessly. So if you're not already familiar with the Ho'oponopono practice, at the core of the Ho'oponopono, also Mabel Katz talked about it in her book. It's actually called, in Hebrew, it's the Ho'oponopono Ekonot Lachaim, but the English one is different. It talks about the Ho'oponopono, this simple, powerful mantra that actually very easy to remember. If you remember it, it's going to be helpful every time you have resentment towards someone and you need to forgive them and you don't know how to do it. As simple as just even closing your eyes. You don't need to close your eyes. I usually touch my heart, and because I need to awaken these feelings within me to really mean it. And I say, I am sorry. Please forgive me. I forgive you too. Thank you. You can add, I love you. I usually thank them for coming into my life because they're helping me to see my parts. They're helping me to better myself. Those simple words that you're saying, you can repeat them 4 times. They're going to help you slowly to release it. This meditation practice acts like a troubleshooter, aiming to bring back balance, healing, and harmony to ourselves and our relationship. So when we are letting our subconscious mind know that we are taking responsibility for our parts, we are accepting that we attracted it, and we easily can let go of the other person with love. And this is what the Hawaiian words that I just said, the Ho'oponopono, translate to make things right. Ho'oponopono means make things right or bring things back into balance. This is the English translation. Isn't it cool? According to the Ho'oponopono, triggers and what happens to us on the outside actually mirror our energy. We attract it. And Mabel Katz in her books also emphasized that holding onto this resentment hurts us. She highlights the importance of taking 100% responsibility for our healing and releasing the role of victimhood. By taking responsibility, you are no longer a victim. You are the leader, you are the hero. For sure, when we go through these feelings, they're yucky. It's not like I'm just telling you a sexy story, right? These situations are really not sexy. When I keep grudge, I know I am not feeling good about it. It doesn't feel good in my heart and in my whole body. And the cool thing about that, it's when you do the Ho'oponopono, you don't need the other person to be present. You can just see them in your eye mind. Imagine that they are there and do that, and it's going to help you with cutting the cord of all these discord between you and them. Still, there are no shortcuts. Letting go, it's a gradual process. I'm sure you already know that. Think about it as an important thing to do so you don't harm yourself. By doing that, you don't let others occupy an essential piece of real estate in your mind, body, and soul, ensuring that you feel good after you let go of it. I will add it, by forgiving, you open the energy flow. We already talked about it. And you bring more abundance and the things that you actually want, because you're not stopping the flow of energy. Basically, by choosing to forgive, you're empowering yourself toward emotional healing and more fulfilling life. For sure, when we navigate through challenging situation, it's not pleasant. You don't feel like sexy, I'm sure. And letting go is a gradual process. We talked about that. And forgiveness actually opens the energy flow, attracting more abundance and the things that you want. It helps to shed mental and emotional baggage. I love it. So if you're still not convinced that forgiving your mom, your dad, in-laws, exes, kindergarten teacher, or high school crush is necessary, consider that. The forgiveness has a lot of benefits. Think about the inner peace, about you feeling better, you improving your relationship, you opening new channel for communication. You can ask me how to let go without hurting myself even more. So the first step is actually the awareness, understanding what's happened, accepting it, acknowledging it, accepting all this pain you're going through. And to heal it, you need to feel it. So accept all the parts of you without judgment, without feeling shame and guilt, and truly be loving and compassionate toward yourself and hopefully toward the other person. Understand that the forgiveness is actually for you, not for the other person. Choose it for your own benefits and as a decision to do that for your own personal growth. And remember, the more you hold this, it's going to become trauma, and then you have a baggage and it's hard to move on. Use the Ho'oponopono meditation we talked about. Very easy. You can close your eyes, imagine that the other person is there, touch your heart. You don't need to do that. I usually do it, and I say, please forgive me. I forgive you too. Thank you. And I add, I love you, and I release them with love. I cut the cord between them and myself. If you are living with people or you are in a situation that is hard for you because these actions are repeating over and over, you maybe need to try the 12-step program, Al-Anon. It's the relation program for people with relatives, friends. They live with around people that are engaged with alcoholism. It might be the place for you. It's a free program. I tried it for years and it was really helpful. As I said, free and priceless. You will meet community of people that are going to be very supportive, and maybe you're going to learn more things about forgiveness and improving yourself and feeling good in peace and serenity. As I mentioned earlier, letting go gonna take time, so it's the best thing you can do so you don't harm yourself and prevent physical and emotional health problems. And it's open channels to be a vessel, like God change, and allow you to be yourself fully without all this unnecessary emotional baggage, charges. It will open gates of mazal, luck, open of gates of parnasa, abundance, of money, of soulmates, and so much more. And cheers to you for listening here and maybe even being open to the forgiveness and opening your heart to go through that. So good luck.